Hi friends, Journey here. Today I'm going to be going over another anti-mage replay. The comments the person gave me before the game was just how to farm better, know when to, or when do they know when to fight. But if you look at the game, I don't really think you need to farm better if you have 958 GPM. You go 21 and 8. It's probably going to be a bit difficult to give tips on how to farm better when you literally hit like high end anti-mage level GPM. But we'll try our best to figure it out. This is a really free anti-mage game, actually. They have literally no way of killing you ever. They have no damage whatsoever for you. They have like Sniper to sit there and hit you until you get Abyssal Blade, then he dies. Besides that, they have no damage. But I think I'll just focus primarily on the lane, because the lane can be kind of annoying for the Abaddon Tusk, because you have to play around the Curse of Avernus, obviously. Because you get hit too many times, you get silenced, it's pop tag team, they potentially kill you. But I don't think there's too much I'll be able to say about this one. We'll try our best though. Okay, so starting items is the thing I'll talk about. Going into this lane, you need to be very mindful, as I said, of Curse of Avernus, which kind of means they're going to be hitting you a lot, and you're probably not going to be trading hits super often with them. You kind of have to treat this lane like you hit them twice and then you back off and you reset. You hit them like twice and you back off and reset. Because once the third hit comes out, they can potentially just snowball stun you like instantly. And if you don't have a point and counter spell up, or you're not quick enough on the blink, you get caught and you take a lot of damage. So I'd be very careful of that. I also wouldn't be leveling up my mana break right away. So although you probably are going to be scaling that spell anyways, hypothetically right now, what would you do if they were to have mass ganked you? They had a Baden Tusk Kunkka wrap around on you like this, and you don't even know yet. And they wrap around and then they catch you, and you have blink, or you don't have blink leveled. If you don't have blink leveled, then it leaves you open to ganking. And as of right now, this point in mana break has done nothing for you. So why level it? This is a very common thing to see for high end players where they won't level something. Like right now, Witch Doctor probably has. Yeah, this is a mistake. What happens if you want Voodoo leveled? You have a Sage's Mask. And I think this clip was before the nerfs. Actually, this was the last patch. Or if you wanted Cask, but now you're committed to this Maledict level. And like right now, it would be fine for you to take Mana Burn because you know it's an offline Kunkka, right? Yeah, it's probably an offline Kunkka based off of his items. Super bad actually. Bad in 5? Bad in carry. Huh. Okay. So this lane you can kind of commit even harder for burning all of Kunkka's mana. What I would be looking to do right now is, because they showed it's offline Kunkka, find Orb of Venom right away. Because if you play it really passively in this lane, he's gonna just eventually chip you down way too much with the Tidebringer. But if you get an Orb of Venom, you can more effectively trade hits with him, and Kunkka is not the most mobile of heroes. So you pop Maledict onto him, you burn all of his mana, and you're slowing him with the Oof, and then he either dies, or he pops a Salve, or he pops an extra Tango, something like that. I'd be looking to do that. I also think I'm going to nitpick a little bit in this game, just because this game you literally went off the walls in terms of last hits, kills, all that crap. Right now, I'm going to talk a bit about camera positioning, because that is something that really upsets me. It's something I call RPG syndrome. And so like RPG syndrome is just when you're playing a game, you have your character in the middle of the screen. Like I play a lot of RPGs myself, like Final Fantasies, all those games. And your character's almost always in the middle of the screen, right? This whole minute 15, your character's almost always been in the middle of the screen. But what does seeing this area up here give you? Or this area up over here give you? Nothing, right? If you move your camera like that, now you see way more. You can see the Tusk, you can see the Kunkka, you can see Witch Doctor. You can position yourself accordingly. If you have your camera like you did, where it's like this, you don't see Tusk. You can see him on the minimap. Like, to try to mitigate what I call dead space, so like these areas up here where they serve no benefit, if you look at your perspective right now, this is kind of okay, but all this area right here is dead space right now. They're not getting any information. This area like here is kind of okay, because you know there's nothing there. Why isn't your camera like this then? You can see them last hitting, you can see how much mana he has. Does he have a Tango popped? Does he have a Salve? Does he have Ooh? Like, you just want to see this stuff. The more information you can gather, the better off you'll be, because you can adjust accordingly. It's why Observer Wards are one of the most powerful items in the game, because you can more effectively play around the enemy team. It's because that's intel. Just like how proper camera positioning is intel. It's more or less free ward. So try to treat camera positioning as like a ward, as a source of vision, obviously. You do that, and then you'll be way better off in terms of how you play a lane, how you maneuver around the map, all that sort of stuff. Like even right here, you see the top half of the screen, this is doing nothing for you up here. Move it a little further down, see the Kunkka, see the Tusk, see your support, see the lane. Know if are you going to miss a range creep deny. If you're a hero with a way to secure range creep, like you're a Monkey King, you can bind a strike for it. By the way, if you had an oof, that Tusk there dies. And you didn't have to commit your blink if you had an oof. It's totally fine for you to go oof on AM, just for anybody who likes playing a hero. Because you obviously want to try sticking on top of the enemy, so you can burn a lot of their mana. I also be looking at one point into my counter spell. Kind of just like really nice to have. You guarantee yourself that if you see him pump, like you can see Kunkka's hand swing. Like you can tell off of Kunkka's animations of what spell he's going to use. You can tell if he's going to Tidebringer just by off cooldown. Torrent as he lifts his hand, and X mark as he like pulls towards himself. You can counterspell that. Or you counterspell Snowball. Snowball is when it hits, not when it's used. So if you get a point in counterspell, you can play around that stuff better. Like right there, you could have counterspelled the X mark, and then you would have probably not taken a lot of damage here, or you probably could have killed the Tusk. And now you have to go back to base. Don't go back to base here. Oh, you're getting a Salve. Cool. You're not. I was going to say, buy a Salve and get your Wish Doctor to bring it in for you. That's very good. I mean, you're farming well. I mean, your top last hits in the game. I think if you buy Oov, your lane is significantly easier. Like, again, this Tusk kill happens. Like, how many creeps have you missed on this kill? Oh, and you fucked up. Yeah, we're going to watch. Actually, I want to see if you actually end up getting the kill. You don't. Alright, so we're going to see how many creeps you just missed because you went on a chase because you didn't itemize properly. If you want to skip Oov, that is totally fine. You don't need to go Oov. If you are ever going to play aggressively, you have to go Oov in this lane. It's double melee and you have Witch Doctor. Your biggest concern is them separating from the cask. So that's one creep you just missed. Gonna... Here. 2. 3. 4. 5. You just missed a full wave of creeps because you didn't buy an Orb of Venom. Again, itemize the way you want to play. If you want to go kill stuff, itemize to go kill stuff. Or at least like zone your lane or whatever. If you don't want to do that, don't. Like, don't go chasing for kills. You've already got Tusk to low health, low mana. He has to find a way to walk back or keep you back to base. That is essentially a better kill. You've pushed Tusk out of lane for way longer than he should have been. So you do that, you already got what you wanted, right? It's fine, hit your creeps. Alright, that's when you could capture outposts. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, you're doing fine. You, the only issue you've had, and the reason why you don't have, like, I don't know, 300 gold or more... Oh, you blink. You just kill yourself. Yeah. Put in counterspell there, you survive, and don't blink when you're X marked. I'm gonna assume you just didn't realize that. But this like, 4-3-0 builds kind of feels really weird. This one point in counterspell is fine. You, like I said, you can reflect the... Like, they're not gonna kill you if you have a point in counterspell there. Because, as I said, spells like Snowball, Work with Fortune's End, all that is based on when it connects, not when it's launched. So if you counterspell as soon as it's going to connect, you get 2.5 seconds of not taking damage. Because you just go into Snowball, and it's 2.5 seconds or your blink will come off cooldown. Also, yeah. Oh, don't do this. And the shovel back. Be good. That's fine. Good job. Also, I probably looked about buying a Ring of Health if I'm going Battle Fury on any hero. Just because, like, look how much damage you've taken from tanking creeps. You went from full to a third. You end up buying 2 salves instead of buying the Ring of Health, which you're going to buy anyways. Buy the Ring of Health, you won't take as much damage. Like, even instead of, like, farming my way across, like, this, like, farming this camp and, like, this little squiggle, just push this lane in right away, go to the secret shop, buy your Ring of Health, and farm these camps. Then if you did that, you would have saw a mango tree as well, which gives you a ton of mana. You just steal a bunch of their mangoes, you chop it, and you're happy. Or you can just keep them, give the mango tree to them, come back every, like, minute or two, steal some mangoes, and leave. That's entirely off your call. Right now, you have literally 0 mana. If you show in a lane or show under a reward, they just 5-man gank you, like, right away, and you risk dying, because literally cannot blink. You're farming really well, though. I can totally see how you hit 900 GPM. Like, your 17-minute Treads Battlefield Wraithband is crazy good. Oh, take the Vambrace. Vambrace helps me farm faster. If you're playing the hard carry, like Spectre, Medusa, AM, Terrorblade type hero, you literally get to pick and choose what neutral item you want. You want to itemize however you want to be playing, as I keep saying. You take that Vambrace so you can farm quicker. That camp already would have died and you would already be farming the camp over here. Like, not the camp, the wave. Or you could be farming that. But, yeah, this is just a small thing. Another small thing, why are you farming this camp here instead of farming this wave? Right? So the reason you want to be, like, in my last anti-mage video I did a week or 2 ago, whenever, I don't remember what it was, the biggest suggestion I gave to the person was you always want to be creating pressure even when you are farming. So right now, you're creating 0 pressure. This is purely an efficiency-based farm. But why not go or blink over here, push this wave into the tier 1, and then as somebody comes in, or like the creeps are hitting this tier 1, you go farm these 3 camps over here. So not only are you getting the same amount of farm, you're getting more from up here, and you're getting their farm, so they can't farm these 3 camps. Just small things like that that'll help boost your GPM while also mitigating theirs. Because you go top lane right now, you're punishing them for mass committing heroes bottom lane, and then you can take bounty runes, take towers, force them to TP away, force them to leave a fight early, force them to give towers, give map control. All these sort of plays, you're just forcing their hand into a lose-lose scenario. They mass committed TP the top lane for a tier 1 tower often, they get nothing from that. You get everything. You force a TP. You force the right TPs, like a hero that can hunt an anti-mage, then you go TP bottom, because they can't get back to bottom. I'm pretty confident if you did, like, pressured this tower more, you'd easily have hit 1k GPM. Your net worth is already, or, Last is way higher than anybody else. Like, Sniper's farmed, somehow. I think he's pretty high kill. Yeah, he's 9-1. And you're still doing super well. Its biggest tip is, you just want to be buying time right now. Like, this tier 2 tower shouldn't have fell. Go creep skip mid. If you farm this area over here, like this camp here, or if you decide you want to farm these camps here, then you can effectively take towers. The tier 1s shouldn't still be standing at this point in the game, or they shouldn't be at this high of health. Because at some point you need to decide, where do I want to play? You're playing bottom lane right now. All their heroes are top lane, from what you can see. Do not walk top. Literally walk bottom lane, farm these camps down here, and pressure this tier 1 tower. Force them to keep going back and forth across the map. Never give them time to make a play on you guys. And make a play on you in specific. Do that and you're in quite a good spot. But yeah, right now you're just kind of farming away. Which is fine, that's what you're meant to be doing, right? You don't really want to do anything else, but like, you just TP top. Why TP top? Why not pressure that tier 1 tower? Farm Abaddon's jungle, because he's a hard carry who is very 4 ways of farming, and he's significantly weaker than you are. If you blink onto him, you make him leave. You TP'd across the map, you relieved pressure for themselves, for their team, to get 244 gold kill. That's not the greatest thing you could do, right? Like, just a summarize of what I've been saying, what I pretty confident I said last inventory play. All of your movements early have to be based around you creating and relieving pressure for your team. You create pressure by going to the lane they don't want to be playing in, and then you force them to come there, and then you're relieving pressure because you're forcing them to go to an unpreferable area for their team, and then your team has the entirety of X lane because you force them to Y lane. At this point, the game's over. You are way over farmed. You're at like 700 GPM close. Yeah, this is 600 accounting for you having a like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, GPM's a bit misleading because right now your GPM's easily over 800 or so, but this is accounting for your first few minutes of GPM where it was like 300, 200 because you don't have a farming item yet. Yeah, defend your towers more, create pressure, relieve pressure. That is 100% what I would suggest doing. You do that and you keep playing these fast farming, hard carry type heroes, it definitely seems like you will do well for yourself. You already had a full Abyssal Blade already, this is crazy. And again, like, why are you TPing top? You see all them bottom, yeah, but it's like, they don't kill you. And you feel super strong right now. Go force them to come to you. Force them to mass walk or mass TP bottom, and then you can TP top, and you can take their top tier 1. Force them to heavier commitment onto actions. Because you didn't force anything to happen down there, this is happening mid. And you guys are looking like you're going to win this fight? No, you're not. You're going to lose this fight. Yeah. This play happens because you didn't force them to run at bottom or TP to bottom. Right now, you should be going to cut mid wave. Do not farm jungle. You need to understand where this creep wave is coming from and immediately beeline at that. You should already be right here and blinking in right here, cut this wave. They have no creep wave. They can't do any damage. That had to be what you did. You cannot go farm neutrals like a small camp or a hard camp. Like, you're gonna get a Kunkka kill. Cool. You didn't ult him. Alright, that's fine. It happens. But they're still pressuring your tower. And they've done half damage to the tier 3 already, which is super, super bad for you. All because you're not creating pressure on the map properly. You've gotten, I'm not gonna say lucky, your team's done very well for you. Your team has helped you a ton by taking these 3v5 fights and still coming out even or like slightly behind or slightly ahead. But at some point you need to help them out by cutting waves, taking out posts, taking towers, forcing TP so they can make a play. They have all that sort of stuff. Yes? What's this guy? Yeah. Oh. Nice. They, having a bit of a rough one. This is fine, but instead of going over here and waiting for the neutrals to spawn, go down here. Your team's trying to Roche. You either have to go help them Roche or create pressure. Go bottom lane. Make them TP bottom. Make this Kunkka or a Abaddon or a Sniper, somebody TP bottom. If you wanted to be there for the Roche fight, you should have already been there. Because if they were to contest, you would be responding and not being there to start. If you respond, then there's a chance that your team's already dead. And you're already down a person because Monkey King abandoned. Okay, this is fine, but you guys want to be running straight to bottom. You want to smoke towards your wards right here. You also need dust, by the way. It's your job in fights to find sniper. Like, swap out this Wraith Band for dust. Let's ignore Abaddon. A carry Abaddon normally is the last person to die on a team. Just don't bother focusing on him. Go blink and ult. Save him! No! You're fine, they have no damage. Blink ult the Pudge and save the Ember Spirit. He totally was fine there. He had his ultimate. This is again a thing of like, you guys just lost Aegis and lost that fight kind of because you didn't get any objectives out of it, so I'm considering it a loss. You have to instantly go to creating pressure on the map. Because it's not even a matter of creating, it's relieving pressure on the map for yourself. And your team primarily. Because if you're not relieving pressure, they can walk down a lane. They can walk at top tier 2, regain total map control of your top jungle and bottom jungle. Because you gotta have no wards or way of getting into those areas. If you're not relieving pressure, they can do that. And then they pretty much just close out the map. And then you're in a super bad spot. This is good. Nice. Yeah, doing very well though. Just like, it's one very major thing, and that is, in my opinion, if you you want to keep playing these hardcore type heroes, like I said, the Terrorblades, Nagas, Spectres, AMs, all those type of heroes that can like easily split push. Just learn to create and relieve pressure for your team and how you need to do it and where you need to do it. And then you do that, this game becomes a joke. As I said, you easily hit 1k GPM. You easily get like 3-4 more kills because your team is super good at ganking, like super good. Your team fight is shit. You have no team fight at all. Monkey King is gone. But you guys have Io and you have Ember Spirit and you have an Abyssal Blade on AM. Those are 3 very good ganking mechanisms. Split the map and then kill them when they're as 1 or as 2 or as 3. This Lincoln Sphere is useless, by the way. Pretty sure if you just go like either Satanic or like a BKB if you're that scared of disables. Or Scotty, I think I mentioned that one. Scotty would be super good here. I think my item would probably be Satanic though. Again, they have no damage, and teams that have no damage struggle against lifesteal. And you already have a Paladin Sword, and this was pre-Paladin Sword nerf. Just leave a leveler on the ground? Yes, you do. Go back to that. That's probably what item you want. At least have it backpacked. Yeah, again, I'm just gonna, as I mentioned before, the camera positioning. Look at this. Look, what are you looking at? This is kind of okay. I mean, the top area that you are looking at is kind of bad, but it's not the worst thing. It's like, you see all 4 heroes that are alive. You can't even see the Pudge. This is from your perspective. Move your camera like this and see the fight. Or like this even if you want to. So you can see Pudge, if you walk down a little bit, you can see Pudge in this area down here. And then as the fight's happening, I move my camera, I know Kunkka went down here, so I'm going to keep moving my camera. And then I'm leaving, so I'm moving my camera back up here because I'm looking to go over here or something like that. If you fix camera, oh wait, Kunkka, what the hell is this psycho doing? Like he wanted to feed you gold. Yeah, it's kind of a question mark play indeed. Yeah, I think I'll call it off of this one. This game is like 100% over. There's no way in hell Radiant team can win this game. You are way bigger than any hero in this game right now. Like 800 GPM, more than double the next highest person on their team, let alone your team. 12-1-6. No hero can show on the map in front of you. Literally just learn to relieve pressure for your team, because there's a good chance if this team played proper, or the Radiant team played properly, they could close up the map on you because you let them. Just cut waves. Like, watch high ranking anti-mage players. They're almost always trying to push out a lane to relieve pressure for their team. And if they're not, they're like farming jungle or something, it's because they either don't know enough on the map, as I mentioned before with camera positioning and wards. It's about intel. You see the enemy you can play. You don't see the hero that can hunt you, like a Kunkka. You can hide in the jungle or in the trees or whatever. Nice. Kill. Bolt them. Cool. Kill the courier. Get it. Nice. Yeah. Do that stuff. You literally like win probably 10 more of these games a month when they should have been losses. Because again, this game probably could have been a loss if the Radiant team played it properly. Because there were points in the game where your team was 5v3 because you were no longer, like, at that point you're not a hero. And then you guys would have no damage because you have 2 supports. Both of them are more sustaining type supports, or like buffing supports, I'll call them. And then you have Ember Spirit, who has to kind of hard commit in, and then Ember Spirit doesn't have enough damage to kill off 4 strength heroes with an Abaddon and Rum buff behind them. Yeah, I'll call it off for that. As per normal, if you got any questions, feel free to mention them in the comments, or like you can DM me on Discord. If not, I will see everybody later.